After finishing this interlude or Conquest Act 3, finally, we can at the very least have a better understanding about Ilmin Sultri and how it affects the world of Teyvat. It feels like this Arc Conquest really gives us a block puzzle that we can use to complete our knowledge. Combining with all events that we have already encountered, then we can draw a pretty good amount of guessing about how Ilmin Sultri works and how Nahida unlocks the secret to save memory. But we need to clear our understanding first before jumping to that secret. So what is it? I personally can say with confidence that Ilmin Sultri behaves like a giant computer. Not only are memories considered as data, but also these 3.3 Archon quests show us if the level of authority to access Ilmin Sultri, or you could say the system admin, exists. The evidence is Nahida grant us to access Ilmin Sultri and search information there. In several occasions, Nahida even says something like this.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
And etc. And also there is a panel that Nahida used there. So it really emphasizes if Ilmin Sultri indeed behaves like a computer and the internet at the same time. Which really help us more, because at the very least, we have some reference in real life to compare with. Besides that, if we take a look at the heart of Ilmin Sultri now in the Archon quest, it looks similar to the diagram of Neuron, don't you think? What if, beside behaving like computer and internet, Ilmin Sultri also behaves like neuron in our brain? In another word, Ilmin Sultri has a possibility to be considered as hive mind, one giant big brain, or even one unified consciousness. If you think about it, it kinda makes sense, right? With all of this erasing memory stuff. Like, if we forget something, there is a chance for our brain to refill or replace that something with another made-up memory. So everything still can be accepted or logical in our sense. And Ilmin Sultri does the same. If Ilmin Sultri forgets Scaramus, for example, it will replace it with another made-up memory, so the event that tied to Scaramus still happen and makes sense. Also, our brain can create dreams, and so does the Ilmin Sultri, creating a dream space. Is it kinda interesting idea, don't you think? So, after we know what Ilmin Sultri can do, then Ilmin Sultri is indeed the enemy for lore crafting like us, because it makes historical books, NPC dialogues, material description, and character voice line in the game more untrustworthy. Fortunately, there are solutions for this. As Nahida mentioned and point out in the Archon quest, she used an allegory, a story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, to escape information from Ilmin Sultri erasing effects. So basically, Nahida made a fairy tale. Based on that, now we know that the Ilmin Sultri can only erase information that has a direct meaning of it. Uniquely enough, the method that Nahida used is not new. It has been used already before, even from the past civilization. In the game, there are many fairy tale books that contain a pretty sus story, a story that yet again for us needs to decode, like the Pale Princess of the Six Pygmies, the Boar Princess, and others. This method also can be found outside the fairy tale books. Most artifacts and weapon description contain this kind of allegory. The most recent one is Flower of Paradise Lost artifact. Not only that, this allegory method, if you think about it, it's almost everywhere in the game, not limited to fairy tale books, artifacts, and weapon description only. There are still something like murals in Lost Civilization ruins, like in Dragon Spine and Surumi Island. Those murals show something to us, a story from the past. A song or poem can also be used as an allegory. A good example is Venti. Venti said to us that he knows every song and poem ever existed, from the past, present, or even the future. This indirectly shows us or proves if Venti used the song or poem as the way to keep information from Ilmin Sultri alteration. So yeah, there are many ways to use this allegory method. There is also another way to keep information outside the allegory method. A good example is what Guizhong did. Guizhong keeps her knowledge and wisdom into a weapon that we currently know, and that weapon is the memory of dust. You can read that on its weapon description, okay? For how did she do that? Well, it still remains a mystery, because It said in the lore if Guizhong forged that weapon through unknown methods. Now, I wonder if Guizhong is not ordinary people, but rather another high-race type. Might be a silly survivor, I guess. That's an interesting thought. Okay, back to our main topic. With all of that information, now we know if Imyusul 3 has a limit, and at the same time, we have a method to encounter that by using allegory. So what does this information lead to us to? I strongly believe if Lisa, the Hexam Circle, Yae Miko, and even Dottore aka the Fatui are aware of this Imyusul 3 alteration and allegory method. But how? Well, I will keep that topic for part 3 of this video series, which is going to be a wild ride. So, if you don't want to miss that, please consider subscribing to this channel and give the like as a support so I can make the video more confidently. If you still have another question or opinion regarding the topic in this video, feel free to share in the comment section down below. Hello Zen here, and see you next time.